Biology Part 97. Basic structure of neurons. The most striking feature of neuron structure is that while their branches are only a few micrometers in diameter, micrometers and in diameter, and some of them are extremely long cells. Just how long depends on their precise role in the nervous system. The motor neurons of vertebrates, also called effector neurons, conduct nerve impulses from the spinal cord to the various muscles of the body, thereby controlling the muscle activity. It follows that when the points to be connected are far apart, the motor neurons must be very long cells. Many large animals have motor neurons a meter or more in length. The motor neurons which supply the muscles in a giraffe's leg provide an extreme example. The sensory neurons, which carry impulses inwards from the sense organ to the spinal cord, are also frequently long cells. On the other hand, the interneurons, which link from one place to another within the nervous system, may be quite short. The size and shape of neurons of each type vary considerably. Some indications of possible range is given in the figure. In spite of the variations, some common features of neuron structure can be identified. These are all shown and labeled in the figure. Each neuron has a prominent swelling. This is called cell body, and it contains nucleus of the cell. Arising from the cell body are a number of large branches, loosely termed nerve fibers. Almost all neurons have a single axon, which is normally the longest of these fibers. The axon is extremely important because it is the only branch of a neuron which carries nerve impulses away from the cell body. Each of these impulses is conducted by the axon from its place of the origin to the correct destination. Sometimes axon divides, forming a number of collaterals so that impulses from one neuron can reach several different destinations. The ends of the axon and its collaterals subdivide to form numerous smaller branches, each of which terminates in a minute swelling. These swellings are synaptic endings, and they connect the neurons to further neurons in the pathway, forming synapses so that the impulses can be transmitted across one neuron to the next. A neuron in which axon is only large branch from cell body is said to be a unipolar neuron. Other neurons may have additional large branches called dendrons. Thus, in the bipolar neuron, a multipolar neuron such as vertebrate motor neuron, there is one axon and several dendrons. Generally, each dendron subdivides to form many smaller branches called dendrites. These small branches are contacted by synaptic endings coming from other neurons, and they therefore from the receptive regions of the neuron.